Welcome back. So tomorrow's Halloween, if you haven't guessed already. And in preparation, we're joined today by Dr. Carmen Carazo-Gonzalez to learn some safety tips and tricks. Of course, everybody thinks about, the excitement about Halloween, but there are some things that you definitely have to keep top of mind.
Absolutely. Super fun time for kids. We just want to make sure that we're keeping it safe, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's some of the most important things, really, and my number one advice to everybody is fill those bellies up with some healthy foods prior to going out trick-or-treating, because if not, the kids are just going to be eating all of the candy throughout the way, and that's not really what's nutritious for them, right?
And it might not always be just the kids. The parents might also be diving in a little bit, too.
We can lead by example, yes. We can try to do that. And then kind of like, during the remainder of the days afterwards, like, don't let them just gorge on the candy, spread it like 1 to 2 pieces after dinner time, and just, again, lead by example.
Okay, so that's great advice for once they leave, but before they leave the house, there are some examples that they should also take mind of as well.
Yeah, so really making sure that you are always with your trick-or-treaters, letting them know that they're not allowed to go by themselves. Talk about safety things, like you do not go inside people's houses if you get invited. Don't go in the car with strangers. Make sure that you're crossing the street all together as a group, trying to use crosswalks whenever available, and making sure that you're using things like, prepping your kids, putting glow sticks, light up reflective devices or flashlights to have with you, so that
some parents are like, I might still have some glow sticks from my days in the 20s.
Yes,
but yeah, these are a little bit different. These are going to be for the kids, so obviously they can be seen when they're crossing the roads.
You can see them and people can see them. That's the most important thing for sure. And then we talk about safety things when it comes to getting prepared in their costumes. They're so excited for it, but perhaps not everything that came with their costume is safe to wear during that time. So we want to make sure that their costume is not too long, that they're not going to trip on it, that the shoes fit properly. If they're wearing cute masks and things, make sure that the eyes are not being covered so they can see where they're going.
It's not one size fits all. I remember my mom when used to get like those plastic masks.
Yeah.
Sometimes she would get her scissors out and just cut the holes a little bit bigger.
Clever. Yes.
I didn't like it when I was 5, but it's a good reminder.
Yes, good reminder for sure. And then, making sure that, this is kind of like a safe one, but making sure that we don't have like sharp props and things like that, like swords and things that they're running around and walking around with during the time of trick-or-treating.
I like the brightly colored ones as well. That's really
bright
good.
Colors. You want to try to avoid, especially if they're wearing black and things, make sure that you're putting reflective things or bright color things over it so you can see your kids. Makeup, super fun, and we can become anything during that time, but we want to make sure that we're testing it because, kids might have reactions, so just kind of do some testing on their skin, make sure that they don't have a rash or anything when they're using
Any allergic reactions.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you just never know, right?
Never know.
At this point. Okay, and again, lastly, we have some, because this looks like it could be a little bit dangerous, but this is actually practical because it's not that sharp as well. So what do we do as far as like other Halloween preparations?
So I think if your family is not going to be participating in trick-or-treating, there's other fun things that you can do tomorrow night. So movie night with your family, a family-friendly movie. You guys can do a costume fashion show. You can decorate pumpkins, carve pumpkins, and adult supervision. Doing arts and crafts and things like that are related to Halloween too. So you don't need to be going out trick-or-treating to have fun tomorrow.
There you go. The bottom line is stay safe. Dr. Carazo, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Brandy, toss